Hey everybody, still here for the Daily Market Pulse for Wednesday, May 28th. So stocks are down in lower volume at one day after the uptrend was confirmed by the NASDAQ. So we went like April 4th, I believe it was, when we were in a correction now all the way to May 27th yesterday. Today the 28th, of course. We've gone a month and a half, almost a month and 3 weeks essentially, 7 weeks in a correction. Not bad for that. Although it was weird and choppy and bizarre, it is what it is. So with that said, we move over to the Dow Jones, and there's your down day today after the move higher. It still hasn't cleared the recent highs, however, but it is broken out above 16.6 for the time being and still looking fine, but it is overbought. Let's see what they can hold 16.5 or higher. There's the S&P. Made a new high and then retreated just a little bit. So Hanami, it was a doji at one time or another, but now it's a Hanami with a window immediately below at 1900, which is going to be your support area all the way back then to 1885. NASDAQ, as I mentioned yesterday, pretty much confirmed and gave us the breakout. That is yesterday's candle. That was given us right there. The breakout, that gave us multiple days to the upside, higher volume included, which gave us then the confirmation of the new uptrend. And why am I not getting today's candle? I don't know. Well, regardless, anyway, know that it's down or sideways for the most part. Very, very small candle, very little activity, which is fine. A little bit of profit taking, and that's okay. TSX retraced a little bit even after yesterday, so a little bit of resistance across 14.8 approximately. Bearish engulfing yesterday with another confirmation of that today, but immediately support right at 14,500 directly below. So when we go to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we have seen more sideways action getting much tighter and tighter and tighter at 108.50, below some moving averages that are still declining, but nonetheless looks okay. Now, markets down at least somewhat and a little bit. Treasuries were massively higher today, massively. So everything looked like it was going to go higher. Yesterday they were higher, including the markets higher, so it was kind of odd. Everything was up yesterday. Markets up, Treasuries up, VIX up. Today, Treasuries up, VIX slightly up, markets slightly down. So this is a huge move with much more higher ranges. The 139 is your next target, into the 140s thereafter. We can take a quick look at the yen. The yen is looking to bounce off the 50-day moving average after a doji yesterday. Gold was showing signs of selling fairly aggressively yesterday, including silver, and continued that trend mildly today. Silver, as mentioned, though, but 1280 was a support for gold, maybe 1270. This is down to 1260 now. Silver was 19, and see, it's not making new lows. It's actually holding 19, so it's been acting similarly, but not in some ways quite differently than what gold has done as well. So it continues to hold 19. It's got a slightly lower candle today, but still not making new lows. Here's a reversal for crude. It's run into resistance at 104.50 on 3 separate occasions, with a series of lows still coming up. So this could come back down into 102, 101.50, for instance, and hold and go higher again, all the while showing an ascending triangular formation. Let's see what they do with this. Sell-off makes sense based on the resistance. Let's see how low they take it first and foremost. Let's look at small caps, which is risk on. Another good clue whether things should be going higher. Just like the NASDAQ yesterday, it popped higher in a rising window. Not quite yet at levels of 115, but rising window nonetheless, and into the 50-day moving average and pausing and holding above 112 and the current rising window that was established yesterday. The VIX, as I mentioned, slightly higher yesterday despite a red candle. And then today, again, a little green candle with a slightly higher close again today. Nothing real jittery, nothing really ugly. So, but when it lives down here, it tends to want to go at least a little bit higher, which means it could and can. Markets may come down a little bit to provide profit, but that's all we'll be thinking about, at least initially for the time being.